My topic of interest for my teacher inquiring project is physical classroom arrangement. And the reason I chose this, or the reason I'm passionate about it, is I just feel like the physical appearance of the classroom is the first impression on the students as they walk in. So if they feel like it's a safe place that condones learning, they're going to want to grow in that classroom and be in my classroom. And I think that's really important. I also feel like having a physical layout plan in my head before I go into my first week of teaching, will just be really helpful and give me one less thing to worry about. So, my inquiry question that I went into these interviews and researching with is, how do you make your classroom a safe place for students through your classroom design? So again, just really creating that safe place, and I think it's easy to do with your physical layout. So first, I want to talk about my interview. So I interviewed two teachers at Springville High School who have different classrooms. And I've noticed that they have a different classroom, so I feel like it was really helpful. So Mandy Wilson, she has her desks. There's a center aisle, and then the desks are facing each other. And when I asked her reasoning behind this, she said it fosters discussion because students are facing each other, which is really nice, and then the aisle gives her room to move. And she has tried other layouts before. She did like a discussion circle. She said it was good, but it was just difficult to move around the classroom, and she feels like this is her favorite one yet, and she's had it for 2 years, and the students seem to like it as well, so that's good. And then Brandon, who's the other teacher that I interviewed, he has I guess conference style desks is what you would call them. So it's not just like the desk attached to the chair, and he has them in rows. And he worked really hard to get those desks. Their school actually doesn't have a place that you could go and get extra stuff. He just kind of got lucky and kept asking, and the school gave him those desks. But he likes that because it gives the students a space to spread out, and they have their Chromebooks, and if he needs them to take notes too, those desks are just too small, which I agree with. And then I also asked the teachers what they put on their walls. So Mandy, her walls don't really relate to her curriculum at all. She just tries to decorate it in a way that makes the classroom vibe good. She also includes pride flags in her classroom, and she says that's actually been a really big help because students feel like that's a place that they could go or they could talk to her. So it creates a more accepting environment. Brandon, on the other hand, his walls are covered, like tons of stuff based on his curriculum. So he teaches German and World Wars. So he has a ton of German stuff, and that's just what he likes. And then my last question for these teachers was, what's your reason behind where you place your desk? And we'll talk more about this later in my research, but Mandy and Brandon both agreed their desks are in line of the door, so they could see the hallway. And they do this for many reasons. The first one is just like for protection. So if a student comes in and talks to them and they're alone in the classroom, it's transparent. So everybody in the hallway could see them. It's just kind of more of an open space. And then also it makes you more available. So if students want to come into the classroom and talk to you, they could see that you're sitting at your desk. And they just found out that works best. And they say that a lot of other teachers in the school put their desk kind of in line of sight of the door. And it's usually in the back of the classroom, so they're not at the front. So yeah, those interviews were really helpful. And then I kind of dived into some more research. And in class, we did have 2 flexible seating articles to read, and that is actually what kind of made me more passionate about it because I thought that was so cool. So, remember we had Mrs. Malquest, her classroom, they showed a picture of it, and she has, couch options, she has different table options, she uses warm light instead of fluorescent light, and she kind of talks a lot about how everything she chooses is to make her classroom more accepting to everybody. So some students need to sit on a couch or need to have a chair with wheels, but it's no fun if they're the only ones that has that. It's kind of singling them out. So if you give the option to all the students, it's not singling anybody out, and everybody can get what they need. And then as well as the fluorescent lights, she said some of her students with autism have a hard time with that. So the warm lighting is really helpful. But if you just give it to the option to the whole class, no one's singled out. And then a question that I had when I was reading that was, well, how do you choose who sits where? And Mrs. Malquest philosophy is, so the first 10 days, she invites students in and says, choose where you feel the most comfortable and capable of learning, and don't choose the same place twice. So students kind of get in the routine of switching up their spot, and this way she doesn't have to tie it with rewards. It's whatever the students get to choose. So if they do need something, they could have access to that. So I thought that was really nice. So tying into flexible seating, Mrs. Wilson and Brandon, I'm blanking on his last name, but so they have flexible seating in their classroom. It's not as extreme as Mrs. Malquest or the one I read about in my research. They just have comfy chairs at the back. So if a student needs that, they could ask to use it. So they do have that option. But again, I think it's different, and there's some contrast there. Another interesting thing that I did some research on is the teacher's desk. So I've already talked about what the teachers I interviewed do. The article I read was about eliminating teachers' desks. So, we only have so much space to work with. And this article pretty much said, let's get rid of the teacher's desk altogether and give that space to the students. So share that space. And I was kind of like, well, how do you do that? They show some examples, the teacher will have her corner with filing cabinets and such, and she might have just a little desk that is similar to the students that she'll work at, but they don't have a huge big desk like you see in traditional classrooms. And I thought that's a good idea, and I could see myself using that because I think it's totally doable. And again, it gives you more space to work with. So I thought that was something really great. And then another point I wanted to talk about that I liked was ask your students what they think. So you might have this idea and you think it's great, but ask your students how they're feeling and continue to check up with them. And Mandy Wilson does do that. So she does kind of see how the students like it, and if they don't like it, then change it, because in the end, it's kind of what you're doing is for them. And then one more thing was mix up seating options. So both teachers I interviewed don't have a seating chart. They really let the students sit where they want. And I saw a lot of that in my research as well, but that's a good idea because students couldn't go where they feel comfortable. And if you want to have them mix it up, just kind of tell them sit somewhere different today and see what they do. But anyways, in conclusion, I just feel like there's so much you could do with your classroom to make it different, and often we get stuck in the traditional ways, maybe just because it's what's comfortable or you don't want to look different. But I think that if you follow some steps, I'm going to link some resources in the details that you guys could look at too, but they just have great steps and great ways to change up your classroom to make it more inviting and make it just a better space for students to learn and grow, so it's less traditional. And I just think it's really worth it to put some time into your physical classroom arrangement.